This stuff is easy. Verse has a way of saying, you thought. It got me. It got me again. Got mushroom stuff. Because I'm always getting mushroom stuff. Kind of like what I do currently. I've been having just so much problems with trich and everything I touch getting contaminated. So I'm been trying to find a cure to the contamination problem. And I'm not the most, what would it be? Like, I try to follow all the steps for sterilization, and I feel like I do it pretty well, but after I transfer to bulk, a lot of the stuff gets contaminated with trich. And I'm starting to think I just got a contaminated culture, because I have another culture that I use that actually I've gotten to fruit here within the past couple of weeks. So that tells me that if the one culture actually fruits and the other one that I've been using for a few months and just thought I was the problem, and I might be, that could still be true, but I think the culture I was using before just came in contaminated. You know what I mean? And it never... One thing that kind of tells me that is I make my own liquid culture jars. So, whenever I get some culture in the mail or whatever, I'll make my own live culture media and inoculate it with what I ordered, so I can just keep it going. You know, it's just kind of like buying seeds and then you replant next year with the seeds you got, the year prior, and you just keep it in rotation and keep it going. But what I was going to say is that first culture I was talking about that I think might be contaminated, 3 of the liquid culture jars kind of contaminated, but I have a couple of more that I inoculated with the same live culture that haven't, and it looks clean. So that's why I'm kind of confused. But I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep going until I figure out what the problem was or is, and I'm going to solve it. And maybe this can be a part of that. It's North Sport. It's a boomer box. And some clean brain. Laughing at myself. I was looking in the box and I was like, oh, it came with a basket? Like, what? No, that's the lid to the boomer box. It's not a basket. I could use it as a basket. And then here's the bottom. And what I think might help with the contamination and what with the boomer box is when I started growing mushrooms, I was always doing it in surfing spore, inflatable monotubs, and boomer shroomer inflatable monotubs. I had a ton of success with both of those, and they have their own kind of system of free air exchange. But I thought that I knew what I was doing after my first few successful grows, and I was like, I can just buy any container and grow mushrooms in it, right? And maybe that is true, I still don't know, but that is where my problems started. Genuinely, my problems really started when I said, oh, I know what to do, I got this. This stuff is easy. This is easy. I don't know why people make it out to be not easy. But, you know, the universe has a way of saying, you thought. It got me. It got me again. And it's going to get me again in the future. And as long as I actually take that moment and say, all right, I'll do whatever I'm supposed to do to not have this freaking failures, or not failures. Well, yeah, they're failures, but you could stop there. Some people do. I say no, I keep going. And that's what's important. Like, I can keep on getting my ass fucking handed to me by the universe whenever I think I know what's up. And the universe says, no, you don't. Like, I've taught you this so many times. But, you know, here we go again. You thought. But as long as I don't stop, I actually take the time to learn from my mistakes and do better the next time, it's all good. And that's for everybody, with everything, right? There you go. And this is, yeah, it's the clean brain. What I'll probably do with this is, you know, of course I'll inoculate it and let it colonize, but once it does, instead of letting it fruit inside of this bag, I'll cut it open and split it between different monotubs so I can get, you know, tons of good growth. I hope. Yeah. So, that's the plan. That's why the plan exists.